Welcome back to The Curious Minds, Knowledge in a Nutshell. I'm Jakub, and today we're diving into a topic that affects every single person on the planet. But few of us ever think about landfills. Every day we throw things away, but where does it all go? How are landfills designed to handle billions of tons of waste, and what happens to it over time? More importantly, how much does it cost, and who profits from our garbage? Landfills aren't just giant pits where trash is buried. They are engineered systems designed to store, manage, and sometimes even extract value from waste. They involve leak-proof liners, methane collection systems, compaction techniques, and massive economic operations. Today, we'll break down how landfills are built, how they function, and why waste disposal is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Let's start with a simple fact. The world generates an enormous amount of waste. Globally, humans produce over 2 billion tons of municipal solid waste each year. The United States alone contributes 292 million tons annually, meaning every American generates about 2 kilograms of waste per day. Without landfills, we'd be drowning in trash. Most of this waste doesn't just disappear. It needs to be collected, transported, and processed, which involves significant logistical and economic challenges. Some waste is recycled or incinerated, but the majority still ends up in landfills. So how do these massive waste storage sites actually work? The first step in building a landfill is choosing the right location. Not every site is suitable. The ground needs to be stable, far from water sources, and not too close to urban areas. Regulations also play a big role, preventing landfills from being built in places that could threaten the environment or public health. Once a site is chosen, the next step is creating a protective barrier. Landfills are lined with compacted clay and high-density plastic liners to stop toxic liquids, known as leachate, from seeping into the ground. Beneath the waste, a network of drainage pipes and gravel layers helps collect and remove leachate so it can be treated safely. Without these precautions, landfills could contaminate groundwater, causing serious environmental damage. When garbage arrives at the landfill, it isn't just dumped randomly. It is carefully compacted to take up less space and covered daily with soil or other materials. This process helps reduce odors, keeps pests away, and speeds up decomposition. The goal is to maximize space while keeping the environment as controlled as possible. As the waste breaks down, something interesting happens. It produces methane gas. Methane is a potent greenhouse gas, much stronger than carbon dioxide. To prevent it from escaping into the atmosphere, landfills use gas collection systems. These systems pull methane out through a network of wells and pipes. Some landfills convert this gas into electricity, turning waste into a source of renewable energy. Others sell the methane as renewable natural gas, providing an extra revenue stream. Operating a landfill isn't cheap, but it's also a highly profitable business. Waste disposal companies make money through tipping fees, the charge for dumping waste at a landfill. In the US, these fees average $53 per ton, but in areas with limited landfill space, they can go well over $100 per ton. That means a large landfill processing millions of tons of waste each year can generate hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Some landfills are owned by municipal governments, while others are run by private companies like Waste Management Incorporated and Republic Services. Private companies often have more efficient operations, allowing them to make even greater profits. Some landfills even make money by selling carbon credits for capturing methane emissions, creating an additional revenue stream. Despite their benefits, landfills come with challenges. Space is running out. Many landfills are reaching capacity, forcing cities to ship waste elsewhere. Some places are even running out of landfill space altogether, leading to rising disposal costs. Managing leachate is another major issue. Even with liners and drainage systems, leaks can happen, contaminating nearby water sources. Methane emissions are also a concern. Even though many landfills capture some of the gas, they still contribute significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. To tackle these issues, waste management experts are looking at new solutions. Waste-to-energy incineration is one option, where trash is burned to produce electricity. Advanced recycling programs are being developed to recover more materials before they ever reach a landfill. Some companies are even exploring landfill mining, where old waste sites are excavated to recover valuable metals and plastics. One interesting trend is the rise of waste exportation. Some countries, like Sweden, have become so efficient at managing waste that they import garbage from other nations to fuel their waste to energy plants. Meanwhile, some cities in the US are forced to ship their waste hundreds of kilometers away due to landfill shortages, increasing disposal costs dramatically. What does the future of waste management look like? Many cities are adopting smart waste tracking systems, using sensors to optimize waste collection and minimize unnecessary landfill use. AI-powered sorting facilities are making recycling more efficient. Some cities, like San Francisco, are aiming to become zero waste, meaning they send almost nothing to landfills. In the future, we might see a world where landfills play a much smaller role in waste management than they do today. Some countries are already experimenting with bioreactor landfills, which use controlled moisture and bacteria to speed up decomposition. This not only reduces landfill size, but also increases methane capture for energy production. Additionally, new policies are emerging to make manufacturers responsible for the full life cycle of their products, forcing companies to design goods that are easier to recycle. Another approach involves integrated waste management, where waste is systematically divided into streams like composting, recycling, and energy recovery before it ever reaches a landfill. This method helps reduce the reliance on landfills altogether. Some landfills are even testing waste gasification, a process that turns solid waste into synthetic gas, which can be used for power generation. This could further reduce the dependency on traditional landfill disposal methods. Landfills may not be glamorous, but they are a cornerstone of modern waste management. Behind every garbage truck and every landfill, there is an intricate system of engineering, logistics, and economics at work. While new solutions are emerging, for now, landfills remain the final destination for most of the world's waste. Next week, we'll explore another fascinating topic. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss it. Until then, I'm Jakob. This is The Curious Minds, knowledge in a nutshell. Stay curious.